All right, welcome everyone to our Tuesday training. For those of you that do not know me, I'm Tiffany Dawson, your Senior Director Upline. So today's training topic, we are focusing on how to create your own basic party template. So as you guys, as questions arise, feel free to interrupt me or utilize the chat, whichever you're more comfortable with. But we're going to go over just kind of the basic on how to create that party template. Now, you guys do have those free templates provided to you month after month, thanks to our national executives with the bullet train. But sometimes we want to be able to personalize it, especially in Facebook world, where we do not want to be using the same images or the exact same wordings, because then we all end up in jail and no one likes that. That is not a fun experience. So I am going to just kind of throw a basic outline for Facebook parties into the chat for you guys. And then those of you that are watching the replay, I will share the Google Doc in the description. So no worries, you guys will still have access to everything. But for Facebook parties, it's important to be having those posts happening all throughout the day from about 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Some people say 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. just kind of depends, with most of us being in the central time zone. Within our desert organization, we're kind of smack dab in the middle, which is kind of nice with those time zone changes. But you want to be posting all throughout the day, with some of them centralized early morning, some of them centralized over lunchtime, and then others centralized in the evening. As many of you know, people are most active on Facebook early in the morning while they're getting ready for work, right after breakfast. People are checking up on their notifications over their lunch hour. And then after dinner, it's a great way to just de-stress and kind of tune out what happened during the day in the evening. So those are the times that you're going to want to be posting. And also the benefit of posting all throughout the day is you're going to catch people when they are on, because no one works 9 to 5. We don't all have the same schedule. There are people that work overnights. There are people that work from home. Like, you never know where your guests are at and when they're going to be active in the party. So by posting all throughout the day, they're going to be getting those notifications. They're going to be tuning in when it's convenient for them. And that's what works best. So kind of a basic outline, it'd be starting around 7 a.m. And that's a great way to highlight your theme of the day. So many of the templates that have been offered to you guys in the past focus around different themes throughout the day. So you might have one day that focuses all about breakfast, one day that focuses about meal prep. Maybe you'll have a day that's on dessert, a day on beverages, whatever the case may be. Highlighting that theme at the beginning, first post of the day, helps all of your guests know what's to be expected. And if it's something that is going to be super interesting to them, they're going to tune in for every single post. And if it's something that they're not super interested in, then they can, maybe check in later that day, but they'll be back tomorrow for whatever the new theme is. So highlighting that theme is really important to just set up the day so everyone knows what to expect. And then you can also throw a big power tool along with that. So maybe you're going to be highlighting meal prep that day. The Deluxe Grill and Griddle would be a great power tool to focus with that, because it is huge for meal prep. Plus, it can be used literally any time of day. You can do breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and dessert all on that one product. So then an hour later, 8 o'clock, you want to have some type of game or interactive post. There's a ton of options in market imagery. So going back to saying that meal prep theme, you could do the meal prep persona image in market imagery. And that is also going to encourage your guests to comment, share what their persona is, and then that allows you to reply to those comments, build those relationships, and boost engagement. So it's very important that you, as the consultant, are replying to every single comment. Don't just like the comments. Liking actually makes it worse. So in Facebook, I personally hate the like button, but when you are liking things, it actually makes your logarithm worse because so many people do it. If you use one of the other little emojis, the heart, the surprise face, any of those other options, those are better. But ultimately, what you want to do is reply and have those conversations, boost those engagement. Every time you comment or reply to a comment, that boosts that post, not just in the party, but also in the news feeds of all of the party guests. So the more comments on each of those posts, the more your guests are going to see. Therefore, the more they are going to be encouraged to participate, because no one wants to be left out. Everyone wants to join the fun. So then mid-morning, 10 o'clock would be a recipe. So some type of recipe that's going to fit with that day's theme. And then 12 o'clock, you'll throw a product that goes along with that recipe. So let's say you do a breakfast recipe, maybe the chicken sausage veggie scramble. Then for the product, you can highlight the cookware or one of the prep tools that you're using in that recipe so they correspond with each other. And then 1 o'clock is a great time for you to throw in some type of host related post or a curiosity post that is going to get you reaching out to the people that comment to get bookings. So some examples of a host related post would be highlighting what the special is. So this month, that's 60% off of anything for the month of September. So you could do the 60% off image and then asking, if you could get any Pampered Chef product for 60% off, what would you choose? So the people that are commenting don't necessarily know that they might book a party, but it at least gets them thinking of, oh, what is on my wish list? What do I want for that amazing discount? You could also throw a wish list image up. Another great one is the giveaway post. So this was one that was highlighted earlier this year. A big heart saying it's giveaway day, and then you tag all of the members in the group. And then they message you the word gift to claim their gift. So when they message you that, you send them the options for the e-cookbook, and then send that e-cookbook with those additional options of booking a party to get more discounts. So those are great ones to be throwing out there for the 1 o'clock option. And then 3 o'clock would be a food tip, a kitchen hack, product tip, something along those lines that is the educational standpoint. So ones that have been super popular in my parties most recently have been the avocado tip image that seems to be everywhere right now, but showing just kind of the different phases of ripeness with an avocado and when the best time is to be grabbing them from the store. Another fun one is a beverage post. So it's a picture of our muffin tray with a lemon slice in each of the little cubes, and then you fill it with water, stick it in the freezer, and you've got some nice infused ice cubes to be adding to your lemonade or just adding to water, iced tea, anything like that. So those product tips and food tips are a great educational standpoint to further help your guests and keep them engaged and entertained in the party. 4 o'clock, you'll want to do a recruiting type post. And this is a great way for you guys to be personalizing your own parties and share what this business has done for you. So some ideas for the personalization of recruiting would be taking the perks of the business post. So yes, there are ones in market imagery. You're more than welcome to use those, but you are going to get a lot better results if you add this personal factor. So instead of using that one for market imagery, take pictures of you using each of those perks. So we've got the vacation option. Whether you have earned a Pampered Chef incentive trip or not, I'm sure you've gone on a vacation while you've been with this company. So share a picture of you and your family on vacation. Or if you're working towards an incentive trip this year, throw an image up of whichever one you're working towards. For the free products, share a picture of you with one of the consultant sales exclusive that you have earned throughout your journey, or one of your fast track rewards that you have earned. With working from home, working from anywhere, you know, wherever your office is, you can share a picture of that. So it's a great way for you to personalize. And when people see what this business has done for you personally, they are more likely to jump on board and join you as either a customer or a team member. 6 o'clock, you'll want to throw another recipe up there. And then 7 o'clock, another product that complements that recipe, again, with both of those fitting the theme for the day. And then 8 o'clock, as we know, this is another super popular time for people to be interactive on social media. You'll want to have another game or interactive post of some sort to be boosting that engagement. So that is a basic outline. Looks like Julie just got the holiday items today. So yes, congratulations. You can definitely be throwing a picture of those in your parties. I'd recommend maybe waiting until this weekend, just so you don't chance anyone canceling on you for this week or next week, since those holiday products aren't released yet. But that is definitely a great option for you to throw in to personalize those recruiting posts. So I know that was relatively quick, but do you guys have questions or comments on kind of that basic outline? No questions? Everything makes sense? All right, so now you might be asking yourself, where do I find all of this content to make this outline? Market imagery is going to be your best friend for basics. So in market imagery, you can find the recipes, you can find the products. I encourage you to use any of your own stuff as well. So if you're going to be highlighting a product that you have used or you have, instead of using a market imagery image, take a picture of you with it or of it in use. So most recently, I have been making a ton of ratatouille in my enamel cast iron baker. So it is the 2.5 quart one, I believe. So using an image of that with a recipe that I've made is a great way for you to personalize that outline rather than using an image for market imagery. People want to see what you are using, what you are cooking, and they also want to see what your hosts are doing. So it's important to work closely with your hosts, which I know many of you are rock stars with host coaching. So way to go with that. But really encouraging your hosts to share a picture of them with their favorite item, or sharing a picture of what they're making for dinner if they're using Pampered Chef products. That is another great way to just boost sales and boost engagement in your parties. So another great place to get those images would be checking out the Facebook groups. So if you are not a member of the Pampered Chef Image virtual party Facebook group, I think that's what it's called. I know it's a really long name, but if you're not a member, definitely reach out to me, reach out to your director, and we will get you in there. There are so many images that people just like you and I create to share with the entire community. And there's a lot of fun games, interactive posts, curiosity posts that you can be throwing in there as well. So that is what the basics of creating that outline. I know from experience, it takes a little bit of time when you're creating that first one. Do your best to not overthink it. You know, so when you get a recipe and a product, just throw a couple sentences. You don't need anything long. 9 times out of 10, people aren't going to read the full description. They're just going to look at the picture and go off of that. And then if you are doing an MVP party prize, whether you're doing tickets or points or something else completely different, adding that in there to the description is another way to encourage your guests to actually comment. if they are able to earn tickets or earn points towards a free product, they're more likely to participate than just simply scroll. So who is ready to go formulate their new template and start personalizing theirs? Guys all set? Perfect. All right. What other questions do you guys have? How else can I help with this creation? Feel free to unmute or throw it in the chat.
Is there a way to so I don't use Post My Party, but is there a way in Evernote to embed a video into it, or does it only take images?
To my knowledge, the free version only takes images, but
Okay.
if you have videos that you upload to YouTube, then you can use the YouTube link in Evernote.
Okay.
Or if you have it as a Facebook Live video, you can also copy that link from the video to throw in Evernote as well.
Trouble getting like if I have something that I haven't actually saved to my phone or iPad first, then pulling that off of Facebook. I know there's a way, but I think with Apple devices, it's a little bit more circuitous, perhaps.
Yes, I know there is an app called Friendly IQ. There's also one called Social, and both of those can allow you to go into Facebook, Instagram, and save those videos to then your phone or your computer through that app.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was trying to, because I made like a pre-party template over the weekend so that I don't have to like keep thinking what I'm putting in every single time I start a party. And I was trying to put in maybe like the new product video. And I think I just ended up putting words saying, get it from marketing imagery or get the YouTube.
So another option too, with the videos that are in market imagery, in your selections, so like you can download it, you can copy it, there is a copy link option. So you can get the link for any of the videos for market imagery that way too.
Okay. I'd like to have more video of me actually using stuff, but I need to work on like getting stands or tripods or whatever to make better videos when it's just me here.
Yes, my tripod is my best friend for that.
Yeah.
It's definitely a challenge when you're typically cooking or just doing things alone at home.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Let's see. And yep, Julie's a big fan of the Pampered Chef Images group. That group is amazing. If you go through the albums, they've got a ton of themes in there too. So if you need a boost of creativity, they've got some really fun themes with recipes and games and everything like that to fit that theme. So that's another option too.
I'm in a number of the groups, but then there are some groups out there. I think one of them is called like Extreme Theme or something. They're doing this thing where you can buy themes. I've never actually bought one, and because I didn't realize when I joined it that you had to. But then somebody posted like in PC Images or one of the other groups that doing that is not legal. I mean, it's not cool with Pampered Chef. I guess that kind of legal.
Yep.
But the group's still up there, and I think people are going to do what people are going to do.
Yeah, you can't control everyone. You can only control yourself.
Yeah.
But you could also, take the theme and then go hop in Canva and make your own images using market imagery ideas and whatnot.
Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot with Canva. I know I need to sometime, but I also figure that, December and January are probably a little pokey, and I can probably work on some of those things then when it's winter and I'm inside more and at home more anyway. It's not at the top of the priority pool, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I usually take about a week to a week and a half off. So like those few days before Christmas up until right before New Year's. And I say off because I don't run any parties because no one really wants to host a party over Christmas weekend.
Right.
Then during that, 7 to 10 day stretch, I focus more on the behind the scenes, creating content
Exactly.
and whatnot. So
Yeah,
that's a great time too to just kind of regroup, maybe get a
Organize
refresher.
my personal
training.
folders that make sense. That thing I can do that. There's also a whole group for national days, and I'm loving that.
Yes.
I haven't exactly for sure gotten sales directly from those, or from too often from a direct that I can directly attribute to a social media post, but yet for engagement and getting my face out there, it's more indirect, but they tend to get a lot of engagement.
Yeah, those holiday posts are fun because every day is a different food related holiday, which I don't even know how they come up with these half the time, but it is a fun way to just educate and entertain everyone on social media.
Yeah, and that people are telling me all these different places to get a Monte Cristo last weekend in Rochester, and I'm like, I'm not driving to Tilly's in Orinoco and sitting there by myself to get a Monte Cristo when it's a ham and cheese sandwich, French toasted, if you will. That's all it is. And
my favorite one.
But I mean, why? It's so weird going into most restaurants all by yourself. Why would I do that? Let's come into town or somebody says, hey, but I feel like when you invite somebody out, then you should pay for them. And I can't afford to do that all the time, But that's kind of the whole point, I guess, for myself personally and my personal brand, but for Pampered Chef as a whole, is to show people that you don't have to go out and spend $30 on a pizza or more, or $20 on a Monte Cristo and a cup of coffee for breakfast, because you can make it at home.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Well, we've got about a minute left. Any other questions, or do you guys feel prepared and ready to go?
Yeah, it helps to have a basic outline.
Yes.
Oh, this is good. I'm glad you recorded, because Angela said all of a sudden it got real busy at work.
Yes, that's the thing. As long as technology cooperates, they get recorded. All right, perfect. Well, thank you guys for hopping on. Next week, Tuesday, same time, 1 o'clock Central. And we will be covering selling on Instagram. So using Instagram stories. So as you guys are on live, you get that little bit of sneak peek on what we're going to be covering next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect. All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.